Hi guys, I am Crystal Sky, and today I want to show you a little haul and then my experiences with one of the products. So I got the Faber-Castell Polychromos. I am disappointed, or was disappointed, with my Prismacolors that everyone says was so great. So I got my Polychromos, my first Polychromos set. I'll be doing a video on that and comparing Prismacolors and stuff to it later. But first, today's video we are going to focus on the Arteza Real brush pens. I got the 24 pack. I'm gonna take them out of this packaging. A lot of people say that they leave them in this packaging. I'm not sure why. They aren't labeled with colors, and that was the reason why some people gave. But I don't understand why that would be, because there's no color chart or anything on the packaging. So I personally hate this packaging. I literally just left it in here to show you. This packaging is just plastic trays, and some of this packaging actually has plastic, like, strips falling off of it. Let's see if I can find. Here's one. It's on this tray. Like, plasticky strips. So I would not keep them in here. In fact, I'm going to take them out now. Woo! I've been working a lot with these, so they were just in there so I could show you guys, and now I don't need them anymore. Woo! Alright, so here are my brush pens. Look at them. So this is, I unboxed this a while back from a Blick haul. It's a watercolor sketchbook. I'm not exactly sure of the brand anymore, but it's one of my good. It's called or Made by Handbook. You can find it on Blick anywhere. But this is a watercolor sketchbook. I used this to test these. I used every color, and let me show you the swatches. Once I get there, I did have this book half done, and I stopped using it because I stopped watercoloring things, and now that I'm back to watercoloring things, I'm back into this book. Okay, so these are the Arteza watercolor brush pen swatches from solid color to water. There are a couple of drips and stuff on it, but I'll just show you the whole 24 set here on these 2 pages, right? Well, these 4 pages almost. My Durants are up there. So all in all, they spread pretty good. Some of them didn't spread as well as I thought they would. Pretty much the lighter colors. The dark colors, as you can see, could go on for a very long time. But the light colors end kind of in the middle of the page. And I did them all the same. I swished out the brush as much as I could, and then took the water and just pulled it over. The dark colors moved very well, the reds especially. But the skin tones really didn't move that well. So I did some shading and comparison. Oh, they're falling off my giant sketchbook. So these are the, what are they called? Oh no, I don't have it here. Ah! I'm so unprepared. Sorry, give me a second. So, I compared them to the closest thing to them I had, the Zig Art and Graphic Twin. They too are water-soluble pens. I've heard they are fan favorites, and I have a couple of colors, not 24 of them, because they are much more expensive. But, I do have a set. So, one of these was Tombow, and the other one was the Art pen. This was the Tombow. Not the Tombow, God, the Zig. I'm losing my mind. I'm looking at a Tombow. And this is the Arteza. So, really nice comparison here of the shading. Zig, Arteza. Pretty nice. I did some pieces. Actually, if you see up here all this scratchy mess, I had a problem with... Let me see if I can find the color now. Was it this color? I think it was this color. Let me check. Oh no. I had trouble with one of these light skin tone colors. Can't find it right now. I took them all out. That was my mistake to do that. But it was specifically this color. And the problem was that it wasn't dark enough when I first So this is what it looked like when I first uncapped it. It feels almost dry. Like it's almost dry out of ink. But I did this piece with the brush pens, and I really like the way they came out. I also did this with the real brush pens, all in their set here. They have a selection of very pretty colors. I did a doll version of my OC and Naname, and then I did these. Look at the way the water moved the ink. I really like the way that one turned out. It came out beautiful, and this one as well. I really like the way these turned out. There is a lot of dry effects with these pens that you can get. They're not very wet. So if you were expecting to pick this up and get like a Zig pen that is always super juicy, that's not what these are. When I was doing the swatches, it was very hard because they were very dry like this. And I wanted a solid color. So if you guys want like a solid color, you're going to have to use water to move it around and lighten it a bit. But other than that, it feels like putting paintbrush, watercolor paint on a slightly dry brush, and then it's in marker form. So it's easier to use. So let me move everything over a little bit. Oh god. It's a crazy big set. So let me move over everything a little bit. I will show you guys some of the writing with it. Some of it's on the floor now. 24. That's what happens when you get 24. I got this 24 set for $16 on Amazon. It was on sale. It's normally $30 something, and I got it for $16. So not bad. I would recommend at the price of $16. So let's talk about the brush tips a little bit. Let me zoom you in here so you can really see that brush tip move. So the problem with these brush tips are actually that they're all not consistent. So some of the brush tips are pointy, some of them are not. Some of them flex well and some of them don't. They are very flexible. In my opinion, they do spread out nicely. Penmanship is not my forte, as you can see. So that was the flexible nib of the blue. Let's pick one that's slightly different. Some of them are very thick and short. Some of them are thin. Okay, so you can see here through the cap, the blue and the yellow versus the stumpy red. Right. Let's just do a red test. I'm not going to do the whole word this time. But as you can see, the red is very stumpy compared to the pointy blue nib. That being said, for $16, a set of 24 is ridiculously cheap. These are great for $16. I mean, as a beginner, or I'm not really a beginner anymore. I guess I'm like an almost intermediate. As someone who's at the level that I'm at, these are perfect. They were a cheap set. I'll put them in a nice container, like upside down like this probably. See if I can get them to be more juicy. And they're, even though there's no colors on them, I mean, it shows the colors on the back and the front. So I would recommend these for the price that they're going on Amazon. They work really well. You guys saw the swatches. They are kind of dry, but that's nice, in my opinion, in this case. Let me show you. I actually found the skin tone that I had problems with. Let me show you. I've tried all the pens, and this is the only one that I've had problems with so far. And it's not a very nice problem. It's a very bad problem. So if you see here, let me move in. See how it's not as juicy as the rest of them? See how dry those came out? It feels very, very dry. This one feels very dry, like I can't get very wet unless I go over it multiple times. And then the nib moves, which is super annoying. But it's just this one. This is the light skin tone color that I said I was having problems with, which I use practically every day, every picture. All of my I do character designs most of the time, And as you can see, I had a little bit of trouble moving. I used a combination of this and a lighter orange, and everything turned out great. Alright guys, I will see you later for more Inktober and stuff. And the Polychromos review will come in, and I'm really excited about those because those are super nice. I'm gonna go find a nice jar to put these in. Bye!